before we get into all of that, let's rewind and just say, if you don't want to hear a conversation about periods, menstruation, and all that comes with all that, you need to just get off this video right now, okay? Let me just go ahead and give you this warning. This is your chance to run, okay? Hello, it's Taja Thomas, and if you've already seen the title of this video, you know your girl has to have surgery. Okay, not excited, been putting it off for years, but it's time. So, I didn't know I had fibroids until my first son. I was pregnant with him, and there were some complications. He stopped growing for like a month, and they had to end up taking him out early. I had him around 34 weeks, but he was only 3 pounds when he was born. Thank God, he's great. You know Brody, of course, right? I didn't have any problems with Brock. So that's when I found out I had fibroids. And after I had Brody, they told me I needed to have surgery to get them removed. And I didn't. I got pregnant too quick. Thanks, Brandon. So I never got a chance to have that surgery, and I didn't have it afterwards because I didn't have any pain really afterwards. You know, my periods have always been inconsistent, especially when I got off birth control pills. So I just didn't think anything about it. And so I didn't have any issues since I started working out. Didn't have any problems, you know, didn't even think twice about the fibroids. Every time I went to my yearly appointments, they did tell me they were growing. And like as years passed, my cycle started getting very inconsistent and heavier. I started wearing tampons with the pad. You know, it's like, okay, you're getting heavy. But I still was able to kind of do what I needed to do, go on with my life. So fast forward to here we are now. Your girl is choosing to have a hysterectomy. And I want to make sure I say that again. I am choosing to have a hysterectomy. I have thought about this for years, and I have been opposed to it. And I wanted to make sure I did everything I could to not have a hysterectomy, because I'm like, no, I'm fine. I don't need that. But we've gotten to the point, baby, I got to go. We're not having any more kids. By no means am I trying to promote for somebody to have a hysterectomy. Who wants to have surgery when you don't need to? So I'm not promoting that. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. We're just talking about me and my journey. And I just want to take you all along on my journey and try to document the whole process, because as soon as I found out that I was going forward with this, I was all over the internet trying to figure out the expectations and what was going on, what would my body be like afterwards, and I couldn't really find a lot. I found videos of people talking about they having surgery and maybe like what happened afterwards, but I want to know, like, okay, I'm a person who likes to work out, like what's going to happen for me as far as maintaining my body afterwards. And so I wasn't really getting that, so that's why I am putting this out here. Let's talk about why I decided to have this in general. Okay, the inconsistent cycles. Okay, that was one of the things. I was like, okay, it's getting out of control. Like I literally could go 2-3 months, then it'll be back on regular for forever. Then I was a person who would only have cycles for maybe 4 or 5 days, and the first day was the worst, and then after that I was good. Mine started changing, and it will go longer and longer, 7 days, whatever the case may be. I did try to get on the birth control to try to, I got an IUD to try to make my cycles more consistent. That didn't work for me. I ended up bleeding pretty much the whole time I had it, 1.5 years, and ended up taking it out. I was spotting the whole time. And the reason I was spotting is because one of my fibroids is inside. So that was the reason why I was one of those. I guess it's like a 97 or 98% chance you won't have a period anymore. Yeah, that little 3%, that was your girl. I ended up still having a period. So right now they stopped counting how many fibroids I have. It's over 15, and a lot of them are getting really big. Some of them are over golf ball size. So it's out of control. It's just getting ridiculous. They just stopped counting. I stopped counting too. They're just everywhere. They're just taking over my body. Another issue I have is the flow of my cycles. Like now they're just completely out of control. I can't even use a tampon anymore at all. And I mean, I was a person like, oh, I don't use pads. I don't have a choice. I have to use diapers, you might as well say. Because when it's that time, it's ridiculous. When I say the flow is crazy, it is crazy. So I can go to the bathroom and go change. Before I can get out of the bathroom, I have to go change again. I have to wear like 2 pads. I have to make sure I pack up a bag when I'm going to work to make sure I have extra clothes, underwear, everything, because if not, it's just crazy. I remember one day being at work and someone came into my office and I stood up to go talk to them, and it was just like a river flew right down my leg. I mean, I had on pants and blood hit the floor. Just bloop. Really? That's what we doing? Okay. The employee didn't see it, but it's still the embarrassment, like, oh my God, this is getting out of control. And that's how it would be like that's how it is the first 3 days. Like, I am in and out to that bathroom. I can barely go to a meeting. I can't stay in a meeting for an hour. I have to go to the bathroom every 30 minutes. I mean, or less, or it's going to be trouble. That's how bad my flow is. I had went to my regular schedule visit, and the doctor was like, do you know you're anemic? Like, you're almost severely anemic. You need to start taking iron pills now. No, I didn't. But it made sense because I used to be tired, and I couldn't understand why I was so tired. And then I started chewing on ice. And then my husband's like, babe, you need to go to the doctor. I think you're anemic. I'm like, no, I'm not. I eat what I need to eat. What are you talking about? Lies you tell. So I went, and yes, your girl was anemic. So now I take iron pills. So that just lets you know how bad my flow is. I mean, I gotta have a towel in the bed because I will mess up the bed at night. It is overdrive crazy. And I had never been like that. Your girl is 39. Okay? I know that's old, but I'm just saying, like, goodness, I was not expecting this. Hold on, girl. The eyelash trying to go in my eye. Oh, what you doing? Stay where you supposed to be. Sure, girl. Oh, anyway, we back. So yeah, so the flow is just outrageous. It's embarrassing. Can't even get out the shower and barely could get on my stuff, my clothes. And I know me and Brandon have been together for 17 years, but I don't want him to see me like this. I dread him seeing me like this. I feel like I'm not in control, and it's so embarrassing. And so it was like, and he's understanding. He's supportive. He's great. But it just sucks so bad. And it's like, can't even get out of the shower and I'm dripping. I feel like an old lady. Ain't nothing wrong with being an old lady, okay? Because I'm old already. But I feel like an older lady before my time. And yeah, so you don't want to feel handicapped in front of somebody. And that's kind of how I feel. So I'm not gonna cry talking about my doggone periods. I'll be back. Like I said, I just don't like to feel handicapped in front of my spouse. I hate that when we go on trips. Sometimes I'm always worried if my cycle will come on, and it did come on one time, and it was just horrible because I can't do anything. Like, I really can't do anything, or it will be a mess. Like, I have to stay in the room, or if I go anywhere, I need to make sure I change, have like my items to take care of myself. Like, I can't go on an all-day excursion. Child, please, they're gonna think somebody had a murder scene. So, you know what I mean? It's just, it interferes with your regular living, which is just ridiculous. And so if you have went through this, you understand. Or if you're going through this, you understand, you get it. And you're just like, oh, it's just a period. No, that's not it. It's more than just a period. And of course, the pain. The pain is an issue. When my cycle's about to come on, it's just maybe 1 or 2 and sometimes 3 weeks before, I am having cramps all down my leg, back. I mean, ridiculous. And like I said, I was a person, I would have maybe some cramps for maybe a couple hours, and then I was good. But lately, baby, when my girl come in, she come in with a vengeance. She ready. I have arrived, and I'm going to take my time arriving. And she's going to cut up trees, knock down houses, everything until she come. That's just how it is. So the pain and the cramps, ridiculous. It's like, I didn't have that much pain when I was having Braxton Hicks and I was pregnant with the kids. I mean, it's crazy. So, you know, I need heating pads. I need everything. You know, I can't be missing work because of my time of the month, which some people do. And just so you know, you can get an accommodation from a doctor for that. You know, I work in HR, but you know, I'm just saying, you can. You get your doctor to write it. That's another story, girl. We'll go on that later. Y'all know Your girl is always about having that flat, no waist stomach. And no matter how much I worked out, no matter how much I changed my eating, my stomach started growing. Still growing. Now, usually it will grow only when it's getting close to the time of the month. You know, we have our little bloating. No, your girl was bloated all the time. Like, I'm bloated looking all the time. I know some of you all will look at me and be like, girl, you ain't never wrong with your stomach. You good. You know, it ain't even that big. It ain't about you. It's about me. And I know my body. And this is not normal. And you know why? It's because my fibroids are growing like crazy and they're poking out. You can feel them. They're like on the front, they're on the side, they're everywhere. And it's ridiculous. And even Brandon feels them. Is that you, baby? Anyway, they're poking out everywhere, especially when I lay down. You can see the bumps and curves everywhere. And Brandon's like, those look painful. They are, and it sucks. That no matter how much I'm working out 3, 4, 5 days a week, and my stomach is still growing. What is going on? And so that makes me insecure. And it upsets me. Like, even working out, doing certain workouts, it was starting to hurt. I feel like I was pregnant. I know it don't feel like I feel, because I haven't had the hysterectomy yet. I feel like I'm pregnant. Like, I feel like when I was like 3, 4 months pregnant, like going down to pick up something sometimes hurt. Doing certain exercises hurt. Like I have a baby in there. You know, and if you've been pregnant, you know the feeling. And I'm like, what is going on? And so that's a problem, okay? That's a problem. I don't like feeling like that. Like I can feel them in there. That is a problem. You gotta go, sisters, cousins, auntie, uncles, whatever, girlfriends. Girlfriends, y'all got to go. I can't take it. Y'all, I feel like I'm pregnant. No. Then recently we've come to them pushing against my organs. They're pushing against everything, pushing against my bladder. I have to go urinate like every 2 seconds all the time. I can barely hold it. And then pushing against my kidneys. Girlfriends, y'all gotta stop. I mean, it's painful. It's ridiculous, okay? Just ridiculous. Also, for the last 10 years, I haven't been able to sleep on my stomach. Just can't. It's too painful. If I do make a mistake and sleep on it, I feel like somebody has hit me with somebody punched me really hard in my stomach, and I'm extremely sore. Like, I have to stretch to try to barely get out of bed. It hurts so bad, I want to cry. It's ridiculous. And so I just stopped sleeping on my stomach. And that used to be my spot, okay? Can't do it anymore. So I sleep on my side. Now we've gotten to a point that I can't even sleep on either side hardly long at all without it hurting. Like, I am so stiff when I wake up because I'm laying on them, and it's too much. It's like, you know what? This is too much. Can't lay on my back too long. It hurt. My back will start hurting with the fibroids. It's just, what you want me to do? Sleep standing up? I mean, for real. What you want me to do? So, you know, it's like, okay, I get you. One of the final straws for me decide to move forward with this hysterectomy was I started having pain during intercourse. I didn't know what was going on. Okay, this is part that you really don't want to watch if you're not interested. But I never had any pain during intercourse. But then, you know, about a year ago, out of nowhere, I feel like somebody was trying to stab me. I'm like, oh, and you know, right? And then it became more and more frequent. Once again, certain positions hurt really bad, and it's like, I felt like I was pregnant. And I'm like, what is going on? No, listen, I know I'm not no spring chicken, but your girl got a lot of life left. And that lot of life I want to spend with my partner doing what we do. So yeah, I was like, you know what? We going forward with this. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's been back and forth. And I'll be honest with you, surgery is on Monday. Well, actually tomorrow. But I've tried to talk myself out of the surgery because I'm like, I don't want to have surgery. I'm so against it. I changed my eating, but I don't want to go vegan either. I could probably have went pescatarian, but you know, Brandon doesn't eat seafood. So I still want to enjoy certain things and with moderation, and I wasn't able to do that anymore. You know, with the fibroids just kept growing, and I'm like, I'm not going completely vegan. I'm sorry. I'm not. For those who are, and nothing wrong with that. And I've tried, my doctor gave me, like I said, I tried the IUD before. I've tried They gave me like some blood thinners during that time of the month that I gotta take these big old horse pill. You gotta take 2 of them every like 3 to 4 hours or something like that. I tried that too. And who wants to live like that? It helps with the cycle, but it doesn't stop them from growing, and it doesn't stop the pain. I have so many fibroids. They're inside, outside, and in between that I couldn't have a myomectomy because I would be under too long, too much bleeding, and too many fibroids, and it would be too much work for them to put my uterus together. So, so I'm gonna have the total hysterectomy, and they're gonna take everything besides my ovaries, so your girl won't go straight into menopause, okay? But everything else, cervix, uterus, tubes, snip, snip, they're leaving. So yeah, that's where we are right now, and that's why I'm moving forward with it. So like I said, it wasn't an easy decision. It's been boiling for 10 years, and it's just got to a point that it's interfering with my life right now, and I just want to live a happier life. And so if I could do something about it, I am now. So that's what we're gonna do. So if you've had a hysterectomy, or if you're thinking about it, you can leave me some questions, or you can leave some comments on your experience. I'm excited to learn and see how this goes, and I'll let you know how the surgery goes, obviously, because it's tomorrow. So that's nerve-wracking. But my goals are to take you all along day of the surgery, and me as far as after the surgery getting my life back. I'm supposed to be down for 4 weeks, and I'm getting the laparoscopic one as far as I'm going through my navel, my belly, and a couple incisions around my belly. So I'll show some before and after pictures to you all, so you guys can see, you know, where I used to be, where I am now, and where I plan to go. All right, so if this is something you want to learn about, I'm going to be doing like pretty much a little series about it. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know, so we can go on this journey together, okay? Let's do it.